No.
Mongo straight.
Mongo only pawn in game of life.
What did we come back on?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So last time you had actually traveled quite a bit. You managed to get about 5 days estimated away from the Neverlight Grove, rather than the 15 that you had started.
We're by a big river, aren't we?
You guys had just taken a rest after finding a pretty good-sized river in the Underdark.
Oh, I need to finish my level up. I forgot I got a level 2 spell and a cantrip. Whoops.
You can whip Brad now or later, depending on how you feel, Christine.
She's holding up a double-sided Allen wrench to me.
Well, you're screwed now.
It looks like she wants to twist my nuts, and I don't like it. He said screw, but it was an
Actually,
Allen
find
wrench.
that on Pornhub too.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's true.
It could be worse. She could plug it in. It'd be a Tim Allen wrench. More power.
More torque for the pork.
You guys have kind of noticed as you've traveled that the air's gotten a little bit more damp, and you've seen more types of fungus growing around, more than just the usual, like, jerkwood and the stuff you've been eating.
I believe I was trying to brew some of it.
Please don't eat us.
Not that fungus.
How deep was this water again?
It's not too deep. Maybe, like, in spots it'll come up to your knees. Nothing deep enough to be worried about.
Are there any creatures in the water?
You've seen a couple of fish. Nothing that's tried to eat you. That's a good sign.
And sorry, I keep distracting her because I'm asking her questions.
You've seen, like, little fish, maybe some frogs.
Bars. Excuse me. Sorry. What? That damn bullfrog over there.
I cast shape water and make dolphins flip up and out of the water.
I cast shape water and break them.
I save my spell slot.
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip.
Shape water is a cantrip? That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So Prescott and Ashhawk are just walking by. He's making things, and Prescott's just destroying them. No, he's making a little Demogorgon. So he makes whatever it is, and the Demogorgon just crushes it.
You keep that up, I'm taking that book from you.
You're gonna have to pry it from my cold, dead hands.
That can be arranged.
That can
I'm
be
hungry.
arranged.
I shape water into an arrow and it hits him in the face.
Prescott just ignores that and keeps writing in his book. Kill Ashok
Kill the
tonight.
rabbit. Kill the rabbit. Kill the rabbit.
Actually, Prescott remembers the fun night that Ashok and him had while they were waiting for everyone to wake up, and so
Speak
just
of Dean
kind of
Condoms.
No!
That's what I do. I shape water into a spider with a loxodon riding on it.
It's like, hey, that was our private moment.
Prescott makes the Demogorgon and then just has the spider smash through it.
And the DM just goes, "What the hell's going on with these people?"
I know better than to ask.
Why?
Yeah, you live with one of them.
Was there anything anyone wanted to do while you're traveling?
No, I think Tungo's is brewing shit, right?
I think I was last time, yeah.
I remember you'd started brewing some Tongues of Madness, but it's a little too soon for anything to have happened with that.
I don't think I have the watertight chest on me, though, which is, I believe, what we were brewing.
I thought we figured that out last time that we did have it.
We do somewhere, but I don't have it on me.
There's a lot of really cool level 2 spells.
I'm pretty sure you don't want to try and carry a watertight chest full of slowly brewing.
Nah. I'll just make the Elephant Man do that, but I just want to know, what's the weight of that thing?
Full of water depends on. That would be rather heavy.
Okay.
Considering it's a chest,
Basically, yeah. Since there's about 62.5 pounds of water per cubic foot.
He's doing the calculation.
Alright, since Prescott has that magical dark vision, I'm going to pick the ability to cast darkness. Because that makes total sense.
my assumption would be that this chest would weigh between 50 and 70 pounds.
Small chest.
Well, I mean, the chest on its own weighs 25.
Yeah. Well, the reason I say that is because if it's basically got basically if it's full of water, 1 cubic foot of water alone is 62.5 pounds.
not exactly going for the realistic approach, because I don't know how big these
No,
chests
no.
are.
I didn't think you were going for it realistic. I'm going for basically an approximation of how much it's going to weigh. But yeah, okay. But GM says what happens.
Damn straight. That's
Nope.
all.
Actually, no. Phageless.
So picking my
Nose.
my cantrip. Picking my cantrip, I was reading, ooh, I should get the friends cantrip and we should cast it on this dude that's following us. And then I read, when the spell ends, the creature realizes that you used the magic to influence its mood and become hostile towards you.
That's what happens.
Never mind.
To be fair, that's what happens with most charm spells.
Yeah. Oh, he just, DM's discretion, be hostile towards me. He technically already is.
What's our rest status? Are we going into a rest, or have we recently
We finished a
taken one?
rest. We finished one. That's pretty much what our level up was. It was long rest.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you had just finished a long rest, which is where you got your boosts from.
So how far out are we?
All scored many moons later.
Based off the last estimation, about 5 days. Which was at least part of why I was asking if there was anything you guys wanted to do. Right now, you guys are traveling along this wide, shallow stream. As far as you can tell, this probably stretches for quite a ways. You don't know how long you'll be able to follow this stream, but it seems like it's headed in the right direction.
And it's clean water.
Clean water, plenty of food.
Well, this is our new settlement, everybody.
Time for suspicion to increase.
I'll fish. How many good berries do I have?
Not enough. Never enough.
Well, any good berries that you would technically have left would have already lost their nutritional value.
Okay, so I have 0 good berries.
Essentially.
But you are in a place where, as long as you're traveling across or traveling with this stream, you have a feeling you won't necessarily have to use spells to.
Wow, robot Christina.
Hmm? Uh-oh.
Fine with me.
Yeah, I just went robotic too.
I didn't hear that.
Not for
I
me.
didn't do it.
Not for me, it's just you.
My connection looks good.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you. She is no roboto to us all.
Yeah, I've got 112 millisecond ping, so that's not bad.
We'll just go with
Ding, ding.
it's heresy.
All right.
Yeah, it's warp
How
fun.
dare it.
I'll fish for the day. Get some fish river.
Fish.
Make a survival check for me.
Provided that fish in the Underdark are like poison fish. Probably blowfish.
No, blowfish would be in hentai.
In your experience so far, they seem to just be some variety of deep cave fish. Not poisonous, and these ones at least don't try and eat you. But with that, you are able to, I'd say probably provide enough fish for everybody.
Sweet. I pass out fish.
You ate so much you passed out?
I pass out the fish. For the halibut.
I see. That's just so getting
And everybody leaves.
Somebody shoot that man.
You better surf up something good.
Ashok makes a ritual out of eating this particular fish.
Lumpy to lumpy change.
I simply see no value investigating the water.
It's wet.
Let us wade through and move along.
It is wet.
Do stools float?
Oh,
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's drop a deuce and find out.
I put stool on the water.
Oh God!
And
It's a float. It's a floater.
Floater.
But like a parent with kids, like I got a hand above him and a hand in front of him.
It's only his float.
Ashok picks it up. It's only a Hershey bar and starts eating it.
No, it was a
Why
baby
are you
Ruth.
eating
It was a baby Ruth.
stool, you monsters?
It was a baby Ruth.
Oh, that's right. Baby Ruth.
Maybe stool was hungry.
Well, that gets into fetishes I don't want to deal with at the moment.
I make a special point to give everybody I hit with that lightning extra attention when I give them their fish and apologize.
Ooh, make sure you have lubricant.
So if we hold stool under the water, does he like pop back up?
Wait a minute. You just said, when does he float? Now, I'm not pushing him under the water now. Get the fuck in there, you little shit.
Literally.
It's not very
Bloom.
It's not very deep here, so there's no risk of stool drowning, even if he did just immediately sink.
I put him in the water, and his just feet just touch the bottom.
Wait! 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 Turn stool upside down. So does he have legs? Will it like keep
Yes.
above the water?
Oh, will you stop playing with your stool, damn it?
Stop asking questions.
Shay is bored.
Dude.
When Shay gets bored, she goes for poop?
Ashok,
Please, never let her be bored again.
Apparently, Ashok turning into a spider and me and him having like a water-shaped water pact fight doesn't help.
Ashok forms what would be this time period's equivalent of a toilet bowl. With mix it with water.
It's called a chamber pot. It's called a chamber pot.
Yeah, he makes a chamber pot with.
Prescott picks stool up and uses shape water and smacks both of them with a water hand.
Blah blah blah.
This is why going any link from the Underdark takes forever.
I mean, we did spend an entire
Yes, we
session
did.
one time having a conversation about elephant madness.
Yeah.
So Stool doesn't seem to necessarily sink in the water, but he's not especially buoyant. He doesn't just stand on the surface.
He hangs at about 2 feet. He's a.
There's a certain amount of buoyancy. If he was in deep water, you have a feeling that he wouldn't drown.
Bloomp.
Ashok grabs stool and yells, "Marco!"
No, I already picked him up.
Okay.
I already picked him up out of the water and was like, "No, what the fuck? I really hit you guys with a fucking water hand."
He's like a floaty.
Beef. Excuse me.
Ashok says, "Okay, let's get out of here."
And you are making a mockery of my
Please.
best friends.
From your brief amount of testing, you get a feeling that it would take quite a bit of effort to try and drown the mushroom person.
Not that we would want to.
Ashok tries to ask Stool, "Are you okay with this?"
He is not.
I think that would be a safe assumption.
In response, you get a cloud of spores.
What does he tell me? I breathe him in deep.
And I also get the spores too because I am holding him.
Everybody just wants his spores, I swear to God.
If you don't shut up, I'm gonna spore you.
And
Oh my.
Stool says, the air here is weird.
Like how?
It just feels wrong.
Like evil air? Or sick air?
Like, my home is sick.
Prescott gets a very disconcerted look on his face and holds up Stool. It's okay, little buddy.
But the water's nice.
Oh, okay.
But the water's nice.
See, he's enjoying himself.
Well, fine. I won't be concerned. Enjoy the water now, because I don't know what's going on at your home. Prescott, uses his hand and covers, an area that would be Stool's eyes, and just gives the rest of the party like a scowl, like this isn't good. I guess I know he can't see. That's the joke. Oh wait, he's telepathically linked. He would feel me be not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Well, he has dark vision, so he can see somehow.
Magic.
It's not blind sight.
Yeah. Are those like the two little dots on the left and the right above the rim his eyes? Oh dear lord.
As far as you're aware, he doesn't have eyes.
I asked Stool actually, Hey, so do you see like a bat or do you have eyes?
I float.
They all float.
It's his duty as a floater.
Beep beep. They all float down here.
Especially after eating so much of it.
Well, I don't see like a bat.
Well, I didn't say you were a bat, but like, do you have sonar or do you have eyes? Or how do you see?
On a side note, the proper way to eat pizza.
Fold it in half.
No. The picture I linked.
Never cut it in squares.
Oh my goodness.
I like that just for you. Never saw a pizza cut in squares until I got to the Midwest.
Stool isn't sure how to answer your question.
Prescott holds up his hand and sticks out two. I don't know if I'd call them fingers, but whatever the hell an elephant has. He holds up two of them and goes, "How many digits do I hold up for you?"
2?
So how did you know that?
I know that.
Good enough for me. Prescott keeps walking.
Let's go. I'm moving ahead.
Please.
Please.
Ashok, make a athletics check for me.
Uh-oh, I'm going to get swept downstream.
What? Why did you shapeshift? It's not even that deep.
Well, you didn't get swept down the river, but you're kind of stuck where you're at. You notice that a lot of the fish are kind of fighting the current here, so you've definitely not beat any of them.
Are we going up or downstream?
You can keep
Yes.
pace with your party easy enough, because everybody seems to be going downstream, but the fish are going back up.
Spawning. I'll
A
just
couple of them
travel
seem to
along
be
with it.
just kind of staying in place, and those you swim circles around.
Also, you still have stool spores, so you can still communicate with me.
Come on in. The air is great down here.
Can I see more of the map now? Tashe is so close to that which she has been seeking. She's very anxious to get there.
Prescott is very anxious to get there as well, for unrelated reasons.
Are we walking along with the river, or are we just crossing it?
Do not
The
fuck with
stream
my
here
token.
is actually...
What token? I don't even see a map.
Same.
I'm on the map.
Oh, now I see a map.
I mean, it was really just used for that one battle. It's really not that important, but you guys are having fun with it, so...
I'm a simple creature.
Yes, you are.
This is a very zoomed in map.
a very long map.
You spin me right round. I'm just watching Shay going round and round in circles.
I'm not doing it.
You spin me right, meow, right, meow, like a can of tuna, right round, meow, meow.
Ashok will drop out of the seahorse farm and quit messing around. All right, I just had to get that out of my system.
Well, and actually, you legitimately learned something for us.
Yes,
So
water
this
is wet.
bright light
No, all
bright
the
light
fish are running away.
surrounding
No,
me.
they've been swept away by the current.
What about
They're
your
not
what about
running
your
away.
light?
No, I was just wondering that it wasn't affecting you at all, because being a deep gnome and all.
And also, no, specifically was said that the fish are trying to swim away upstream.
Jade, clarification.
You guys, the way to Neverlight Grove is downstream. The fish seem to be going mostly upstream or staying where they're at.
I'll tell that to the party. You know, these fish are going upstream, like they're spawning.
Or maybe running away for something.
That's what I think too. Prescott shares those feelings. You know, the air changes and the fish are running away.
Can I do a perception check of this area?
Sure.
Can
What
I
are you trying to
investigate the
perceive?
area?
So, two things. One is the fact that this tunnel tends to diverge off into this side passage to the left. So I was just looking to see if there was any like changes, like is the water still flowing down in that area? Are the fish swimming, heading? I'm not going in there, but like are heading in that direction? Anything pretty much that's different from what I've been seeing so far in the past, few hours that we've been traveling down this.
This just seems to be one of the random offshoots of this tunnel in the Underdark. It seems that the water here is going to make its path wherever it can. And sometimes it doesn't really make sense, but that could just be a quirk of the Underdark.
Gotcha.
As far as you can tell, it's not like the fish are trying to congregate down that little side tunnel. They're just kind of, some of them are swimming upstream, some of them are kind of staying in place. You don't see a whole lot of them trying to go downstream.
Got it. And here we are heading downstream.
Prescott, what exactly were you trying to investigate?
The darkness.
Do 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 do.
Just trying to use my Loxodon Serenity and not Loxodon Serenity. What's the Keen Smell? Just something seems off, and trying to figure out what's going on, why the fish are running away, the air change. Stool kind of shrugged it off because he was in the water, but he was very concerned for a few minutes as we get nearer and nearer to the Neverlight Grove. I grow more concerned as well.
So using that roll, I'd say,
And I technically do have advantage on investigation, but I don't know if it involves smell or not. So just using all my senses to kind of figure it out.
you have proficiency in investigation, yeah?
Yes.
So I'm using that roll more as as a general intelligence check, trying to connect the dots. So you wouldn't have advantage on it for that, but you did roll an 18 plus 4 rather than plus 6. You have a feeling, based on your time in the Underdark, brief though it is compared to some others, and what you've heard and what you know, like what happened in Slooploodop, there's clearly something wrong in the Underdark, and it's not just concentrated on Slooploodop and Dark Lake.
And it's more than just the Underdark is a fucked up place.
It's definitely more than just the Underdark is a weird place as it is.
Okay.
Well, considering we've seen several demons here that don't belong here, something is definitely going on.
To be fair, Prescott has no idea. He just assumed the demons were supposed to be here, or like they were okay here. Like it was normal.
Tasha's gonna look at him. I was specifically sent here because something was wrong in the Underdark.
Oh well, I want to keep little buddy safe, and you're my other best friend. So as long as in search of knowledge, your mission is my mission.
I appreciate that. I feel like this mission might be in everyone's best interest. Not just us in here, but on the surface as well.
Are you thinking they could escape?
I think that the worst could possibly happen.
Prescott, you'd be aware that the Underdark is part of the material plane.
Well, to be fair, I already knew that.
And
She
you
said.
are currently looking for a way out of the Underdark.
Yes, but that doesn't inherently mean demons escape either. So
You know there's a way out, if you can find it.
If we can find our way out, then the demons can find their way out. The demons do not belong on the material plane. They could wreak untold havoc on the world.
Yeah, tip sticks on the plane.
Prescott just being ignorant of this plane because he is from a different one. He jots this down. And he goes, "So those things weren't normal."
Nope. The God of Light has sent us here to combat this.
Oh, so you guys get the realization that Prescott may or may not have just thought like your god and these demons were just normal.
I don't know
Okay,
about you all.
crazy
I don't
elephant
know
man.
about you all being sent here. I live here.
Well, then you would have the most interest of all of us.
Right now, my interest is getting home.
It's possible that with these demons, your home would be gone, or it might have the same fate as Slubudop.
Ashok goes, this is certainly worse than the Shadowfell.
Well, regardless, I was given the vision of Neverlight Grove, and that is where I feel like we should go first.
Oh, definitely. And I don't know what you people think, but Ravnica is amazing. This place fucking sucks, but I'm here, so.
So should we keep moving?
I've already moved 30 feet.
It's kind of assumed that you guys are having this conversation as you continue on.
Yes.
I would really hope so.
No, you just pause in the middle of nowhere, in the Underdark, in the water, to have this conversation.
Cool, then we should be almost done with this day.
I'll keep pace with this day.
And considering the fact that the fish are swimming away or not heading downstream like we are, I'd like to roll a perception check to see if I notice anything strange about the movement of the water or the water. I'm thinking like, Star Wars scenario, grabbing
Oh.
Luke Skywalker and pulling him under.
Hold on, your DM's a little bit busy. I may or may not have tried putting a frozen bottle of Maker's Mark on her.
Well then, of course you did.
Oh, I went and bought her 2 more bottles of the Mint and Julep Maker's Mark.
I know.
Jay, when boys do that, that means they like you.
What exactly are you getting at? Do what?
I'm just teasing her. Like do stuff like put cold stuff on.
Oh, I thought you meant like buy bottles of alcohol for them.
No. Like tease
Hey,
them.
girl, here's some booze. Let's get it out.
Well, cool.
Let's get drunk.
I'm never buying alcohol for the guys in this group, but for Christina and Roasted, by all means.
Well, in that case, Brad, here, have this. The family pack.
What am I having exactly?
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've heard of that. It's ridiculous. Of course it had to be a shitty beer, but that thing's still probably like $100. It better not be $14.50.
To be fair, the thing on top says 12-pack bottles. Says nothing about 99 cans.
Okay. I would say though that PBR 100 of them for $15 does sound right.
Yeah, not a fan of PBR. Or piss water for that.
When I had to
Same
drink,
thing.
I prefer PBJ.
when I had to drink shitty beer because that's all I could afford in Lake Tahoe. Yeah, I mean that was like my first pitcher of beer that I bought alone legally. Not the first beer I had legally, but the first one I was like alone and bought.
To be fair, I just like beer anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
drink, and to be fair, I also drink maybe once or twice a year total.
I can deal with PBR, but I would prefer not PBR.
But then again, a good German Hefeweizen.
There you go.
Now you're talking the good language.
Dunkelweizen.
We're more into ciders and stouts, and I like recently those hazy IPAs and like the ales and things like that. That's what I like the most.
As we go from wading through the water to discussing alcohol.
I like White Russians.
I do too. That and
That's racist.
What's the
I
other
make
one?
them at home.
No, what's the other one I'm thinking of? A Moscow Mule. Moscow Mules are delicious too.
I'm
I
not
also
a big
like
fan of ginger beer though.
Homemade pina coladas.
no, but the ginger beer in our Harvest Punch does add that like level of flavor. It's not overpowering, thankfully.
Well, to be fair, when I used to be able to have my slow cooker out around the holidays, I'd make wassail.
I also we're having this conversation as she's drinking now Maker's Mark. We've both finished our cup of vodka, like a literal cup of vodka.
There was soda water there too.
Yeah, okay, but we added the soda water. It wasn't like we had a cup of liquid and it was vodka mixed in. No, it was a cup of vodka and then a cup or two of the soda water. It was still a cup of vodka.
So the next couple of days actually go by pretty smoothly. You're still walking along this stream. You aren't entirely sure where it leads, just like anything in the Underdark, but it's taking you in the right direction at least. You guys don't really sense anything like
Sense
weird
that.
or untoward, or Tashay mentioned trying to like see if anything felt weird beyond what the Underdark is. Whatever Stool was saying, none of you are able to actually pick up on the same feeling. You do notice that towards the end of probably about the third day of travel, Sereth seems very excited to be so close to the Neverlight Grove.
He's going fungoid on us.
Like excited. What kind of excitement?
I'd say
Uh-oh.
I would as in I wouldn't be too close to his pants at the moment.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like he's just happy to be there, done with the travel. He's like a murderous happy, or like we now need to like moist towelette his crotch.
He said, did you hear how I said it? Happy.
Happy,
Like,
joy, joy.
he's excited to finally reach the Neverlight Grove. If you remember back in Vulcanvelve,
I don't.
Sereth was the one that Stool felt the most connected with at the time. Like they had spent the most time in that telepathic spore communion.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Like I said, he's gone a little fungoid.
But so,
In
but so
season.
I'm basically trying to figure out if it's like a good excitement or a bad excitement. He's still on the. He's not like a worry we have to now have.
Are you on
Make an insight
spores?
check.
Good idea.
Anyone who would like to.
Please do. Oh, thank God, Thulwar.
Got laugh.
And something you never thought you'd be hearing, right? You'd be saying.
I wasn't gonna go there.
I'd say, Prescott, you don't really glean anything more than that from your experience with him. You're a little bit distracted with dealing with Stool and making sure he doesn't just run off. Because you guys are
Float
getting very
away.
close at this point.
We
Is
don't
he-
want running Stool.
He's got the runs.
Well,
Stool has the runs.
based on the power of the river, if I put him down, he's gonna fucking float the other direction.
No, he's gonna float the direction you're going in. You guys are
Oh.
going with the current,
Oh
essentially.
yeah. There goes Stool. We hardly knew ye.
So basically, he's going to go from the floater to the runs.
Tungdil.
In all my great wisdom.
Well, I mean, it's better than none.
It's not the word I'd use.
And it's not negative. You wouldn't have gleaned much more than that. You've noticed that Sereth kind of sticks to himself. He doesn't really volunteer information, especially about how he's feeling. And he doesn't, he's traveling with you guys, and he's backed you up in fights and such, but he doesn't seem to necessarily agree with your guys' outlook on life, for lack of a better way to put that. Tashay, you would have noticed there's been a couple of abilities that Sereth has picked up over time that kind of
Creep you the hell out.
Ash.
That kind of remind you of the way that Prescott has gained abilities in the past. You don't quite put together anything that would give you more than that, really.
Wait a minute. I wanted to see if he was a problem. I'm not asking you to tell him I'm a problem.
We already know you're.
Wow.
Well, the same sort of Warlock-y vibe. Just probably with a different entity.
Zool.
So wait,
Oh, spoiler.
if him and I are warlock buddies, I need to trade recipes?
Um,
Cuff?
I didn't notice that. Ashok, you would have noticed about the same as Tungdo. So, he's weird, but no weirder than normal.
At the very least, no weirder than I am.
That's
Which
saying
is,
something,
you
though.
know,
No weirder than anyone else in the party.
Don't all talk at once, thanks.
Thulwar, with your time in the Underdark and your sighting of Demogorgon, you have a feeling that there's obviously a demonic presence in the Underdark, but you don't glean specifics, but you know that there is a demonic entity of like rot and decay that would.
Oh, good God.
It would probably make sense with mushroom people. I don't think I need to say any more.
Probably not.
Actually, yes, you do, because I'm confused.
I've got a few
I
different. I got
mean-
a few different names going through my head right now.
I mean, Prescott has no clue.
I'm just trying to remember. Because what's going through my head is Jubilex. That's
Chupacabra?
oozes. No. But about things, I'm not sure if Thulwar would actually have names in his head, or basically demon names. So keeping OOC and IC information separate,
I'm sure you could roll something for that.
The only thing I could think of would be Arcana or religion. Actually, that'd be more of a religion roll, actually.
Yeah, 'cause it's specifically dealing with high-level demonic shit. More religion.
I'm laughing because it's amazing when when the DM just goes, "Yeah, it's dealing with high-level demonic shit."
I mean, you already know Demogorgon
is.
is a demonic prince.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
It's not quite the celestial religious hierarchy, but it's still a religious hierarchy. So for the moment, Thulwar, you can make a religion check if you share this feeling with anyone. You don't have to share it to make that religion check, but sharing that feeling
Just
might
remember,
let others roll.
Is caring.
I actually just remembered another name, and I'm not sure if it's actually part of the realms or not. But okay.
Do we know why he was imprisoned? Did the party find
All
out?
right. Okay. So religion check to see if the name I have is the same one that Thulwar thinks of.
Yes. No,
Would
it
it be a
is not
Zug?
the same one. Well, it's not the one that you already mentioned.
Yeah, but say the other one in my mind, Zuggtmoy. That's the only one. To be fair, I am pulling up from memories from 15, 20 years ago, so I'm having a problem at this point.
Yes. Check Discord.
Check Discord. Yeah, that's what I basically destroyed the hell out of pronunciation. But yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Well then, again, I don't remember. To be fair, I don't remember much more than the name of it. But okay.
There you
Do
are.
you share this with us though?
As soon as I can put it into word, basically put it into Toll War speech. Thank you. Beef. Excuse me.
Oh, you and your beef! I swear to God.
Shut up.
What's for dinner?
Actually, it was rice, but yeah. Like I said, to be fair, the name is not exactly easy to pronounce, even looking at it now. Okay,
No,
so
it's not.
it's not Kotoa levels of what the fuck, but it's close.
Well, as long as you're sharing with us, you can like copy paste it, I guess.
All right.
There was a brief blurb shared in your notes.
Yeah, I just saw it pop up in front of me.
I just sent it. I had to take a screenshot of it first.
I know.
Yeah, that's how you just getting it works. She just sent it. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad, don't make me bend you over in front of the innocents here.
Oh, so wait, you can fuck with me all night long, but the second I do it,
Exactly.
you get fucked.
That's how friendship works.
Skinship friendship.
Hell no.
But
As he was saying before he was horribly distracted by himself.
I see Jay is typing something, so I'm hold on a moment.
Tippity tappity tippity.
I just now realized that my birthday's in 4 days.
Yay!
My birthday's in 1 month.
My birthday's in January.
My birthday was supposed to be in January.
Yeah.
Were you an early baby?
A few weeks.
I would have been in January too. I was 4 months or 4 months.
Wow.
Damn.
That would explain a lot.
8 weeks early. It was 2 months early.
Oh, were you a little preemie?
Yeah, I was only like 4 pounds.
Oh, I bet you were adorable.
I was the opposite direction. I was late.
She needed to cook. She needed to cook a little bit longer.
She was 8 weeks late. She was 12 pounds coming out.
I would
mean,
have killed myself.
I don't think I was 8 weeks late, but from what I remember, Mom told me I was at least a month.
Well,
Okay, as the only person in this group who has actually given birth, if I was 8 weeks late, I would literally kill myself.
And also, I said I was 8 weeks late, and you were like, I'm the exact opposite. So I was like, you were 8 weeks, or I was 8 weeks early, and you said you were the exact opposite. That's why I got 8 weeks late.
Were you actually 12 pounds at birth?
No, I was just joking. I don't know what she weighed. I was 4 pounds.
Good. I was beginning to feel like an underachiever.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't ask how much I weighed at birth. That's not a question that came out of my mouth.
No,
I just know that I was late.
Well, you can always turn around and go, "Hey, Mom,
did
how much
Christina weigh when she was born?"
Oh, he's actually.
I'm pretty sure that was Brad messaging my mom.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
it
because I'm pretty sure he wasn't using Google for that.
No, her mom's on Discord. Oh yeah, here Google. How much did Christine?
You know,
My babies
doesn't
were all
that get
small. My biggest baby was 7 pounds.
So basically, in Thorwar's mind, at least the information he's been able to glean, Sereth is Sereth actually is going fungoid.
So I got 3 things: Christina Anstead biography, dash affair, married, husband.
Well then,
Christina Hendricks bra size, and and then Christina L. Musa net worth.
All right, well, Christina Hendricks does have a great rack, though.
9 pounds 4 ounces.
Her rack is 9 pounds.
No, how much Christina weighed?
I know.
9-pound rack.
She's like, that's an odd question. I said D&D and drinking. It came up.
I googled 9-pound breast. It says, "How long do I cook a 9-pound turkey?"
Yeah.
You two need to stop Googling things tonight. Your history is already damning. On top of the other porn you guys look up.
Hey, when I looked up Futanari, no Pornhub references came up at all.
Did
Which is
you
weird.
type it right?
Just Rule 34 references.
Google, how much does a 9-pound breast weigh?
9 pounds.
I typed in 9-pound boob and it got flirt boobs and huge boobs.
Christine, this is what happens when Tolbor tries to do religion checks. It goes.
apparently it goes way off into the distance.
His religion, we don't ask questions.
Everybody starts worshiping the boob.
But
No,
so
no.
you've gained some interesting information, but you guys are still headed down this stream towards the Neverlight Grove.
All right.
Oh god, I just now realized Synth's still in the group, so out of context screenshot of a 9-pound boob.
I'm sure that Synth would be understanding of
I'm
out
pretty sure
of
he knows the shit
context
that goes on here.
during game posts.
Can we please just say we've slept and we're halfway through the next day? Please.
Well, this was down towards the end of the 3rd of 5 nights. Well, 5 days.
Oh shit. I still thought we were on the first day then. If that's the case, fuck yeah.
Like I said, I'm trying to basically assemble what Thorwar's would be gleaning from this from my own information here. So apologies if words are not exactly easily coming to me at the moment. Because I'd rather not go here. Look at this. Boom. Okay, done. Because that's not how we talk about it. And of course, I'll do some train of thought once I see the comment again about Sereth having problem with stool sticking to him.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it does. And yes, it is. Thorwar is actually
she's a fucking dork drunk.
question: Are the
And
people
you're not?
who was under the influence of the spores in the first place?
Yeah,
Today?
was Sereth? Oh no.
No. Well, in the most recent spore splooge, who was covered?
I was in it, and I think Press.
I was.
Okay, Ashok and Prescott. And has that cloud already come and gone? I mean, the effects. I mean, okay. To be fair, a lot of this blurs together, so I want to make sure before saying stuff.
Yeah, we're on the third day, so
Okay. Dolwar is actually going to tap Taché and Prescott and basically motion to the side a bit.
Oh, and with every meta, the reason for every level up Prescott, you guys see, so basically every couple days, Prescott's, tusks and tattoos and insignias and carvings just get more ornate and elaborate and bigger. So he's looking more and more insane.
To quote one of the Final Fantasy bosses I recently fought, bigger is better.
Are you playing Final Fantasy or are you looking at Futanari again?
If you get a chance to look up Titania Extreme for Final Fantasy 14.
No, I don't want to look up Final Fantasy 14 Futanari Rule 4.
No.
4.
Titania Extreme
I can hear her laughing in the bathroom.
No, seriously, Titania Extreme is a raid fight.
I said that I can hear her chuckle from the bathroom.
I did see quite a bit of World of Warcraft Futanari.
Oh, there's a lot of that.
No
Yep.
shit.
Futanari. I didn't spell it right. Futanari Rule 34. Oh, she's taking a picture of our cat. He must be doing something cute. Oh yeah, that is cute.
I mean,
he's getting old too, so I'm happy the more pictures we take of him. He was born in 2006, so he'll be 14 years old. No, he just turned 13 years old sometime in August or around there. Also, Futanari Rule 34, I'll scroll down a little bit. Femboy Futa on male Futanari. I'm not clicking on any of these links.
you know what the fun part? She's recording all this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
for posterity, I suppose.
Yeah, you
posteriority.
And you make it sound like the Panty Goblin wasn't a thing.
That's true. That is very true.
Panty Goblin was pretty cool.
You make it sound like I didn't make almost $300 a month on Patreon for being a jackass on stream.
I mean, there are other people who make more than that even doing this.
Yes, but like in my small world, come on now.
That's true.
Here, I'll just send it to you privately, Brad. Watch it when you want to.
She's trying to fix things. She wasn't kidding when she said that it may not have heard her, because now we can't hear her, and it can't hear her.
No worries.
She's trying to fix it.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, that basically, Brad, that basically what I linked to you was the fight in question.
We've been having problems with her drivers and headset the last couple days. Try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can OBS hear you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool. But how long has it not been there?
Not long, since I went to the bathroom.
Okay. Cool.
When you guys stopped hearing me is when it stopped hearing me. Besides the one time I commented on the way to the bathroom.
Well then.
Wireless headset in the bathroom.
I mean, it's the easiest way to be able to hear you guys.
And I've gone to the bathroom twice already, and none of you noticed.
Yeah, he actually mutes it now. It's weird, I know.
Look, I only accidentally didn't mute it once, and I was trying to mute it. I thought it was muted.
Forget it.
Was that what we heard when we started hearing the elephant sounds?
No.
Okay.
All right, so now we're on the 5th day.
Not yet.
No, Thalwar was pulling Prescott and Tashay last time.
And Tashay is AFK for a bathroom.
On the 5th day.
On the night of the 3rd, actually. I think it was 3rd.
On the night of the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
It was booze.
A hard cock in the poopy.
I was gonna say something demonic with poison, but okay. Oh where did our roasted go? Oh where could she be?
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
I don't want to know anymore.
Trust me, don't ask.
I'm the scat man.
Roasted will get this one.
I get this.
Oh,
one. What are you
really?
talking about? I get it.
Seriously?
At least I get the second half.
That I got it. I got it.
I knew she'd get it.
I got it too.
Barney Miller, baby.
Yep.
That show was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
All right, now that everybody is here. Yes, no, maybe so.
Think so.
I'm here.
Is Christina back?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to pour her more Maker's Mark, and she's not letting me.
I'm not gonna say what came to mind. In any case, like I said, Thulwar is gonna basically tap Tashay and Prescott and basically motion them to the side. No, it's not anything naughty this time. Well, I'll wait till there's a response. So
We're waiting on you.
Yeah,
Well-
she'll.
okay, I wasn't aware. I was like, okay, because maybe you didn't want to move to the side or something. So
No, she would go. Tashay would go.
all right. When Thor feels he's effectively out of earshot of most majority of the other people, he's gonna kind of almost nod towards well, basically he's gonna stand in such a way that either Tashay or Prescott are gonna be basically line of sight between him and Seraph. All right. And
Got
he's
it.
effectively he's gonna kind of nod towards Seraph. Go. We might want to keep an eye on him. Closer we get to the Grove.
How come?
And of course, he's keeping Thor is keeping his voice down. Something that Prescott is incapable of, it seems. But it seemed. Forgive. It's hard. It is hard to put this into words. Put these feelings into words. He seems to be getting his power like you. Just from, well, it feels like another demon. Not the one we dealt with at Sloopudop, but a different one.
What is it, the language that demons know?
Infernal.
Infernal.
Wait. No. Demons would
Demons
be
are
abyssal.
abyssal. Yeah.
Yeah. Devils would be devils would be infernal.
Of course I don't know Abyssal. Which one of you know it?
I do.
Okay. I quietly look at Tashay. Which other language do you know?
Draconic and
That's it. Okay.
Draconic, Abyssal, and Common. That's all I know.
Okay. I look at her and go, say something in Abyssal, like you know, I don't know, something that would get his attention.
Um, I believe from what I can feel about this, seeing as how he seems to be getting happier and happier when you get to Stool's home, maybe he has some connection with Zuggtmoy. He's and by the way, Thor's not gonna go any further than that. He's gonna see if either of the two of them make the connection. So their own checks.
Do you think that?
So basically, a religion check you want to give if you want to think
Okay.
about that way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And while you do that, basically, just I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
What basically Prescott is telling Tashay is to, like, you know, say something that would be alarming to anybody who heard it, to see if we can grab his attention, because knowing Abyssal is odd. Because he is a drow, correct?
Yes.
Knowing Abyssal for a drow would be weird.
Yes and no.
Yeah, yes.
Because
and
one
no,
of the main drow deities is technically a demon lord, Lolth.
Sure, but whether he
That
worships either, or, you know, just it would be.
They all do.
well, not all of them, but it's
Most of them.
it's a decent chance if he was anywhere near anywhere, if he was around the priestesses for any length of time, yeah, you probably would have picked it up. But yes and no. It's a hazy one, but better to assume that he knows something than to not assume it and find out he does.
Is that literally a device that is
Yes.
designed to spin a baby out of you?
Yes, it is.
What the fuck?
Don't lose focus. This is a good story.
I don't see how that would work.
I'm glad I didn't try it.
Especially with
right?
an umbilical cord. Because then you would be spinning a mother and a baby on a cord.
Well, the baby's caught in the net.
The fucking mother and the baby would just be a goddamn mace. The mom's a handle and the baby's the ball.
This was obviously designed by a man.
Yeah,
Hey,
to be fair, it's called flailing around.
Oh God, I'm dying.
But okay, Christine, does Prescott or Tashay's religion rolls give them any information other than what he might
Check
on their
Discord,
own?
both Touche and Prescott.
Okay.
Please note that my roll was better than Brad's.
Well, look for Discord. You'll have information.
I've got nothing. I heard the word deity.
So, Zuggtmoy, otherwise known as the Demon Queen of Fungi, Lady of Rot and Decay, is an alien creature whose only desire is to infect the living with spores, transforming them into her mindless servants, and then eventually decomposing hosts for mushrooms, molds, and other fungus that she spawns.
So basically, Perfect. Basically, his basically perfect home for stool.
I poke the belly of Stool to have him spore us.
And this is still going off on the side, right, away from the rest of
Yes.
us.
In
Okay.
theory, this won't be taking a couple minutes. So far.
Do you, Teshe will turn to Thogwar and say,
Mhm.
do you think that he's aware of this?
He doesn't seem to act like it.
I poke Stool to get some spores on the 4 of us.
Four of us. Who's the fourth?
The 3 of us in Stool.
Oh, my apologies. Usually, when you say the four of us, you basically assume 4 other people other than Stool. So I wanted clarification on that one. That's all.
I have a spell that would, if successful, would compel him to speak.
He's been helping us in this trips on his journey. I would be hesitant to do anything to compel people. Don't worry, actually just gives Brad the hairy eyeball on that one.
What?
Actually, no, he doesn't. That's right. It wasn't Brad who it wasn't Prescott who did it. It was Synth's character who did the charm person on the Duergar.
Hmm. Also, do we have the spores?
With your suggestion, Stool does release his spores.
I then just give the picture of this god, demon
Thing.
to Stool and wait for the reaction.
You
Mommy!
actually don't know what this thing looks like.
Okay, fair. I specified the description: the Lady of Rot and Decay, yada 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 yada. With no context, I just say those words, the description, and I'm waiting for Stool's response.
I'm waiting for Rule 34.
Stool just seems confused and lost.
Rule 34, Stool.
Oh no! You don't! No, you don't! You don't want to do that! You don't want to do that! I'm not joking either.
I found a legitimate stool.
Hey, if you
Don't
search,
just
you're gonna
point
get
at
an
your
answer.
screen like I can see it.
Oh,
Your stool is too small. She can't see it.
damn those rabbit pellets. I love this group.
Anyways,
we get nothing done except talk about
with
Stool.
with no response from Stool, Prescott, just specifies: does this demon ring a bell?
Not to me.
As I said, I'm not saying we do anything to him or what. I'm just saying let's be cautious in case some control happens when we get to our destination. We get to a Stool's home.
Well,
So that we're not caught.
I still want confirmation. So, and we're saying this telepathically now.
Yeah.
So I think Tashay should mention this god's or demon's name and say something to the effect of, "Oh, well, we'll keep a lookout for any envoys of this demon," or something to that effect of getting his attention, cause something he would only understand.
Perhaps
Apparently,
doing that.
Prescott's sick.
Damn those trunk infections.
What?
For some reason, all I've been sniffing is mushrooms. So
Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Perhaps when this suggestion is made or comment is made, then if he is also under the effect of the spores, then we would get an impression of what might be happening in his mind, as he may not be aware of it himself.
We can take a couple of staged approaches to this. We've already used the spores for this one. We should try in a couple of different languages that he hasn't let on that he knows to see if these are things that perk his ears, so to speak. Something to the effect of, "Oh, I've heard of that lady of rot. She can burn in hell," or whatever, just something inflammatory to something he may worship, and we can say it in a few different languages.
I'd rather not do inflammatory.
Well, anything else might not catch his attention or perk his ears.
I'll think of something the next time we are able to all be under the influence of the spores.
Okay.
How much recovery time does Stool need between bursts?
It needs a rest for a bit. It's hard.
Refractory period.
Stool says at its level, it's still young. It can do it 3 times a day.
Wow.
Oh, don't you worry, girl. Good to go.
Stool spurting everywhere.
It's nice to be young.
Wow, he's just learning how to spore there. Don't look at me, I'm sporing.
But it still says that others of its kind, older, more mature, can do it whenever.
The more mature
I
ones
want to do it whenever.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, unlike you, Brad, they don't spore and go back to sleep.
Actually, if you do it right, you should go back to sleep.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways.
Those endorphins.
Okay.
And
all right. So
and that
sometimes
with the older ones, the spores have different effects.
Stop. I try to get my mind out of the gutter. I try.
Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the ambiance. You're never getting out of it. You're here for life.
No, what gives you that impression?
I'm going to use a silicone mold to make spore into life-size marital aids.
Marital aids.
So was there anything else you wanted to do this specific day?
No.
We want to walk forward.
We're going to go forward. It's a matter of forward overall. We just want to make sure that there's basically here's a potential demonic connection between Seraph, the Neverlight Grove, and the fungi we're starting to see more and more of.
Tashe, before you go back, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and by the way, there is a couple kinds of fungi that the war would be looking out for as they continue on. Most notably, shriekers.
And also, ever since Stool did spore us, we don't need to be huddled. We can keep walking now at this point.
But basically, he's going to be on the lookout for some of the more common annoying ones, like basically like shriekers and such. There are actually because a lot of races tend to use them for alerts, and they're just freaking annoying. And yet, they are what they sound like.
Perception check for me.
Okay, I got no problem with that.
That sounds like something that would require a really cool 21 passive perception.
Well, once you encounter shriekers, you never forget them.
Exactly.
I mean, you've never seen them before. It might take more than a 21.
This is stuff that Thor has grown up around. So, in this case, he may not be paying attention properly. So,
You would know pretty well the what shriekers are, what they look like. You don't see any in the time it takes for your next long rest or during the entire next day.
okay.
Towards the end of the 4th day, which is actually a little bit earlier than you expect, because you expected 5 days of travel, and it wasn't quite 5.
If we're coming up on Stool's home, though, I'd nudge Touche and specify, we need to find out now. So I kind of have Stool, Spore, Sereth, myself, Touche, just as much as the party as possible.
Ah, you made me ink.
It's really not too hard to get Sereth into Stool's spores.
He's sporing himself already.
Sereth seems used to Stool and their ways, and almost seems to invite the sporing.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yes, he does.
Great,
I
our
mean, what?
DM is making 2 of our players horny.
Well, you guys are looking at Rule 34 in Pornhub, so
I can guarantee I'm not.
Damn.
So whenever you'd like that to happen, it just happens.
It happens to all good young mushrooms.
This is the most recent picture of Zuggtmoy. Someone had done a sculpture recently.
Not at all where I thought you were taking this.
Okay.
pretty good actually.
Just out of curiosity, what made you think to be wary of this?
Me?
Yeah.
Demon Lord.
Demon Lard?
That too. Makes hellish French fries.
Got it.
No, the base along the lines of potential outside influence, whether or not the person's conscious of it.
I googled Demon Lard,
Oh, good.
and it
It's
auto-corrected for, in the Dungeons & Dragons fantasy role-playing game, Demon Lords.
Yay, Google saved you for once.
Google!
My phone started asking me a question.
Hey,
That's
Google.
Did we trigger your Google Assistant?
Yeah.
Triggle? Okay, Google. I triggered mine.
Of course you did.
Assuming that your wife's name in your phone is wife, I was gonna say send my wife Rule 34 stool.
Oh, I could if you want me to.
Oh my God! One time I said, "Call my wife" on my old iPhone, and it said which one. She was sitting next to me, and she looked at me. She goes, "Oh, really?"
Oh no.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh god, that's I'm dying.
Why is
Well,
that
I'd
one
say
naked?
this picture is a bit more unusual, but again, I've seen worse. There you go. Only look over there if you really want to see what I discover. Any case, back to the game.
That's pretty awesome.
Like I said, that's borderline between weird and normal for me at this point.
And how do you find those?
Wait a
You
minute.
want to know?
No,
Oh, I
shit.
didn't see what you posted. I was looking at what Jade posted.
No.
Stool sport us.
we are slowly going fungoid in the brain here.
What is
It's
that?
the back of that
Jesus
same.
Christ.
Those are fan art of Zuggtmoy.
What
All
I
right.
posted was the back of the same sculpture you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. That looked pretty awesome.
I posted something a bit more. Well, at least I put in the appropriate channel.
Yes, this picture is distinctly
What?
ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Quinn just went.
Quinn, no.
His wife found out about his porn D&D group.
Really, Brad?
The prawn.
And yet, it doesn't look like he's lost connection on the table.
Discord could be going out.
Yeah, Discord might be having some issues. Because I notice he's also not responding.
He's not in the chat.
No. Text responding.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Discord
He's
is trying to
popping
connect
on
overall.
for a second and then back off.
Oh, there.
You're
We're
gonna
getting
have
some
to tell
response
him to
now.
restart.
Well, just when I thought we were making progress.
We are making progress. On porn. I mean, I can find more if you want to while we're waiting.
No, I'm okay.
Brad, Jade is poking Quinn's internet.
And
You're very understanding.
That's some weird
Hi.
shit.
no, you're just the only one that took it that way.
I'm
Thinking-
tired.
You're back, yay! And you're not, dying.
Okay, here's
Some
here's
kind
one
of-
that actually looks good and is not so weird. I mean, not so weird from my perspective.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't capture the evil essence that this demon is, though. She's pretty nasty.
Everybody has their own interpretation, though.
Oh, she's just grand. Don't worry. Just
I mean, we're talking about the same internet that turned black holes into porn goddesses. I'm sure at least one of you have heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Black hole Chan. Pretty much, Quinn. Pretty much. All right. Now that Quinn's back, we can continue on. Did your internet just go flunky for some reason?
No, I don't know what happened. That was really odd. Nothing else was affected.
You just kept going. You just kept going in and out, in and out, in and out, and nothing
Yeah,
happened.
I restarted Discord. I don't know. That's really weird.
It must have just
'Cause I
been a
didn't-
Discord thing, because you didn't drop on the table.
No.
All right. But we're now we've actually now officially started arriving in the vicinity of the groove.
The
Yes.
Grove.
Yes, new. Near the groove.
Possibly.
Well, is Stool here sporing over and over in glee?
I mean, he's spored once. Over.
Well, there's sporing and then there's sporing.
He's gonna go
Over
blind.
you and Sarah and Prescott and Touche at the very least.
Oh my!
And whoever else was just happened to be close enough.
He's gonna get hairy legs or something if he keeps doing that.
I don't know. Stool seems to believe that it's totally natural. It's just something that his kind does.
He should not be ashamed of it.
Should not be ashamed of what it is.
And we keep walking.
Yes,
I think there was something you wanted to do with Sereth before you arrived?
Yeah, which is what I mentioned 15 minutes ago.
Which was what?
I made Stool spore on us so that we could try. She said she would come up with something to mess with him and try to get his attention.
Oh fuck. Okay, hang on.
Are you drinking too?
Enough.
What did you put in the hot chocolate?
Hot pepper.
Also, this is literally the game that with the most travel and the least amount done.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
fine.
last time you guys traveled 10 days.
But specifically, the most travel with the least amount done. We traveled a lot and did a lot last time.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna conjure an image of Zuggtmoy in my head based on whatever my research and stuff.
The non-nude versions.
Yeah. And and while Seraph is also under the spore influence, I will be addressing Stool, but knowing that he will also be able to be privy to this. And I will be asking Stool, since Zuggtmoy is in particular deals with fungus and mushrooms
Shrooms.
and spores, that if she is considered an enemy of his people, or what his people feel about her. Do they worship her? Just curious. And of course, watching or take either that or getting Prescott's attention so that he can watch for Seraph's reaction.
I got your attention, so I'm already watching him.
Oh my.
Thank you.
Ashok and Tungdil, are you guys close enough to have been spored by Stool?
I suppose that depends whether I'm probably still hanging out in the backpack, honestly, because I'm lazy like that.
I'm probably further away too.
Let me take a look here.
Stool in the front, dwarf in the back.
Wow, now that's kinky. Holy shit.
No, I'm gonna be up here.
I just got a visual. Stop it.
The biggest thing is whether or not you'd be close enough to see this.
I would want everyone to see this.
What,
I'm a little bit further ahead, I'd say, down the road,
per-
checking
per-
the tunnel.
perception check?
Yeah, I'm right behind Touche, so
We all can't be on the same fucking spot.
I mean,
Also, if we've gone 4 days but moved 30 feet.
It's just a visual representation. It has nothing to do with you guys, with where you guys actually are. It's okay.
That doesn't mean it's not ridiculous.
I'll say I was close enough.
Also, several weeks in a row now, Smooth Jazz goes really well with D&D for some reason.
Smooth ass, what?
Smooth Jazz.
Smooth jizz, what?
no, just no.
Okay,
No.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my seaweed snacks.
Please do.
Thank you.
Monster.
Nori's gross. I never liked nori. I don't like seaweed in general.
So,
Wasabi
at
flavored
least for
was
the
the seaweed.
player characters, everyone was affected?
Yeah, I think so.
What about Lonesome Dove in the back? Tongue dill.
That's what we see through the spores.
That's the image that Touche shared with the help of the spores.
Ashak says, what is that?
Christina just tried to go through a wall.
It was only minor, and I didn't break the wall or my arm.
Yep, Red.
Seraph just seems confused by the picture that you've shared.
Well, I guess that's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
Is he feigning confusion or legit confusion?
Make an insight check.
Boom! Get fucked, Seraph.
Well, let's not go too far. Remember, he has been helping us, so
Well, he might like it.
that too. He's Dro.
Is it Dro?
As near as you can tell, he doesn't recognize what this thing may be.
Feigning ignorance. I get this image in my head too, and I say out loud, Isn't that the queen of fungi? Zuggtmoy, Zuggtmoy, Zuggtummy, Ziggy 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 Zaggy Oi Oi Oi.
Ziggy Saki, oi, oi, oi.
Before you get an answer to that, Stool pipes in and says, because Touche was asking Stool specifically if this was something that they worshipped or something along those lines. And it says, we don't worship anything. The closest we have is our leaders, the sovereigns.
Okay. And then Tashe will just basically say thank you and then keep moving. I think she got and she'll look to Tungil and kind of like nod her head, like, I hope we got our.
Or do you mean to Thalwar?
Yes, Thalwar. My apologies.
Tongue just like, what the
I was
fuck
like,
are
what
you
the
nodding
fuck?
at me for?
Will you stop?
I'm looking the other direction right now.
Will you stop sporing in my fermenting beer?
Yes.
Prescott looks at Touche and gives her the thumbs up, but then says what I said a second ago.
Okay, cool. But I just want to say that because Thalwar brought that up, Tashay is going to be kind of on alert about that thing because that's kind of why she's here, or at least in her mind, why a monitor sent her here.
It's at least a reason.
I was sent here by a god.
Well, then
I'm
it's
on a
her
mission
all
from
along.
God.
Well, I came here on my own volition and found a god. And
Ashak will say, that's not the image in my head, your God, is it?
No, it's not.
No, that's the queen of fungi.
Is she where we're going?
As opposed to the Lord of boring lads.
The queen of fun guys. I get it.
She is not the queen of fungi per se. She is a creature who aims to take over other living beings so that they can be hosts for her funguses, who are then
Funguses?
eventually do her bidding. fungi that do her bidding.
Fun guys.
So if she's in our way of getting out of here, we gotta get rid
Fuck
of
her
her.
what?
We're gonna fuck her up.
Or
Seems fitting.
We're gonna show her some fun guys.
sure what you can do with that trunk, damn it. Okay, let's continue on before it devolves any further.
I mean, we're already kind of there at this point. Why not just keep going?
We'll
Are you
just
referring to-
wallow in the muck.
Are you referring to us being almost to Neverlight Grove, or us already being that devolved?
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
that
we're
devolved.
beyond that point. This, just not.
Swallow, swallow.
Okay, I just got that.
So you kind of get the feeling at this point that Sereth doesn't know the being that he may or may not have made a pact with.
So then, not getting anything indirectly because Prescott has been going along this change as well. Prescott sidles up to him and in a lower tone, or what language does he know?
Well, at the moment, just guess he knows Undercommon. I don't think he's spoken anything else.
Well, common. I'll just say a normal common then. Well, whatever it is you're going through, whoever it is you've made a pact with, I get
I'll
it.
be there for you.
That's cheesy, but yeah, that.
He looks at you in utter confusion.
The hell you want, man?
Well, let's be fair. That's a normal look for giving Prescott. That's a normal look giving Prescott.
Yes, but you haven't heard Sereth speak in anything but Undercommon.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Undercommon, I say that. Then this is why I asked what he speaks.
That's why I said Undercommon.
Fine, I say this in Undercommon, you fucker. I'll be there for you.
Sereth glances at you and replies also in Undercommon.
Yeah, get fucked.
Whoa.
Something along the lines of, he has no clue what you're talking about.
I show
Okay.
him the picture of the Great Old One and the same pact he would have signed in my book.
Boing. See, look at all those locks on board. This could all be yours.
There was no pact.
What
I
exactly?
signed nothing.
Then why are you undergoing severe changes like I am?
Because I'm learning more.
He's not wrong. Excuse me.
So why are you so excited to get to the Grove then?
Something about the Grove calls to me. It says home.
Where are you from originally?
There's a very long pause, like he's got to think about it really, really hard. Almost like it's right on the edge of his memory. Before he says where all Drow are from.
There's a lot of places that drow come from.
That's like saying that's where babies are born. Like
Ones
that makes
Brahmins
that
and
means yeah, that means
fires.
You mean they're
nothing.
not? You mean they're not hatched from rocks like Tungdil?
That's you.
Actually, that wouldn't be too off for Neblin. So
Um, yeah, I don't know.
well, at this point, we just keep an eye on them. That's all. So.
Well, we're still walking, and Prescott looks at him, and I'm trying to get the idea of if he's losing his memory. What is the last thing you remember? Do you remember meeting me?
Oh God, smart toilets.
Meeting me.
I remember waking up with Drow over me, asking me why I killed a fellow.
And his answer, I don't know.
Mm.
I remember telling them that they were crazy, that I couldn't have.
Why was he so sure that he couldn't have?
And I remember them throwing me into the same prison I met you in.
Why? How are you so sure you didn't kill somebody? And I don't mean to be mean, just curious question.
I don't remember killing anyone. Especially not another drow.
Has the markings on him been getting worse? Why are you eating chocolate right now?
Because it's chocolate and it's delicious. Shut your mouth.
Shut your whole mouth.
Make a perception check for me.
Yes, that you did not actually see that chocolate.
I know the bag is there. Fuck off.
Are you sure that was not the chocolate?
Yes, I'm looking at it.
What bag?
I don't know,
Brad,
man.
you're going crazy.
Stop pulling out weird things out of the cat's ass.
Speaking of chocolate,
Ew.
well, actually, sorry, that's coffee. Never mind. That's coffee, not chocolate.
Well, she has
You-
to gain her train of thought again.
The red spots on his face don't seem to have spread any. His eyes are still red, just as you remember. Nothing really seems to have changed. He's just done a couple of things that you didn't expect. Like, he has summoned swords out of nothing. He summoned a crossbow out of nothing, for that matter.
He's a visit. Kill him.
In all of my training, am I able to sleuth like what? I don't know how to put this in other than a meta way. What class would have done this? I don't know how to phrase that in a non-meta way. Obviously, I don't want a meta answer, but
How meta.
So you're basically trying to connect the dots and figure out what exactly? Like, you already know that he's like you, that it seems to be something warlock based.
right. I'm trying to figure out. Well, because if I was presented with the same options and chose a certain pact, I want to know what he's chosen. I want to know the path he's gone down.
That.
Brad, how dare you? That's a very private and sacred thing.
So kind of like what subclass he is.
Sure.
Obviously in a meta way. Make an intelligence check for me, because this is putting together the pieces of information you know.
Would I happen to get advantage of this because I am a warlock?
You know enough to know he's not your path. You would not have advantage.
That bag.
What bag? I didn't hear any bag.
I'm watching her pull Snickers and oh, fuck you all. We bought a bag of candy for Halloween and no one showed up.
Well, that could be a bad thing, and in Christina's case, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
There's a reason why I only bought one bag of candy.
Because she didn't want to have to face the fact of eating two.
No, she would have easily.
Given the information you've been told by others, and the pieces of information you'd know of your own class, despite the fact that it's definitely a different patron, you have a feeling that it might have been something like the Fiend.
Excuse me.
But you wouldn't be able to know if it's like an active sort of pact, or this Fiend has just granted some sort of ability to this guy just because it can, which has
They
been
do
known
that
to
sometimes.
happen.
So Prescott does a little bit of reading and comes back and looks at him. So you worshipped the Demogorgon thing back there! Out
Okay.
loud, blazingly loud.
Ashlock's like, what?
Just basically Thorward just goes, huh? It's basically giving Prescott the most incredulous look, like,
What kind of crack you on, son? Basically.
Oh yeah,
put your book away, you're gonna hurt somebody.
he is a warlock. He now worships a fiend. The Demogorgon is a fiend.
And he has been helping us. I trust him more than I trust you.
Ooh, them fighting words.
Prescott is looking at him, waiting for a response.
And Ashlock tightens his grip on his staff.
Hey, stop masturbating in public.
Oh my.
Sereth just looks completely lost.
Roll 34 staff.
Come on, Brad. Enough of that. Pay attention to what you're
Brad,
doing.
do you know what Rule 34 actually is?
Yes. Anyways.
Okay.
So he's just like he's guffawed.
You basically okay. So Prescott just laughed.
He's just not wrong, Rory.
You said guffaw.
I know. He's just looking at me like taken aback, mouth open.
Yeah,
Like, what are you talking about?
confused as fuck.
Okay. Then, if it's not the Demogorgon, then who do you worship?
I don't worship anyone.
Who gave you this power then?
What power?
Basically,
I just woke up being able to do things, okay? I still have headaches, though. It kind of sucks.
Why are you getting up on my grill, Dad?
at this point, I'd figure it's best for Prescott to step back a bit before we.
Am I able to insight why he would be getting headaches based on?
We've been doing this for
I
how
mean-
long now?
You're already aware that he's had headaches since before you guys met him.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I just forgot.
At this point, I think we should just move on.
Yeah.
Because we've
Well,
been doing
we've
this
been-
for the last hour and a half.
We've been walking forward.
I know, but we've made zero progress on discovering exactly what the hell's going on with him. So we'll find. Just be ready for it, and we'll find out.
So you guys decide to take your long rest for that third day.
You said we were at the end of the fourth, coming up on.
You were at the end of the third, coming up on the fourth, and I said that you guys would make it before the fifth. And then you guys were like, oh wait, there was this thing we wanted to do.
So again, let's get out of here.
Seraph makes a point of resting as far away from Prescott as he can, while still kind of staying with the group.
Crazy ass elephant asking all these questions.
Tashi will go over there and just say, I know, I understand. He's a little weird.
Just like the halfling does not want more hugs from Prescott.
Forgot about that guy.
Prescott just curls up alone with Stool, with his back to everybody.
Hug your stool.
Still your hug.
I think Ashok would get as near as Sereth as he could. He wants to talk.
He keeps an eye on Ashok, but doesn't necessarily shy away from him.
Say, so Sereth, what is he talking about back there?
He seemed to be insinuating that I worship a demonic prince.
And you don't.
Are you incendiating our work?
As far as I'm aware, I don't. They're evil. They want to kill us all.
You said they're evil. There's lots of them.
There's definitely more than one. We've seen one in the flesh. That doesn't mean that's the only one here.
Well, you're from down here, right?
Well, yeah.
Who is your god?
Closest thing would be the Spider Queen.
Heard of her. Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I can't imagine that you would be that evil.
Well,
That's
kind of
evil.
alright. I
And also,
guess.
and also to be fair, Prescott didn't call him evil. Just he doesn't know much about fiends, but knows that it was a pretty weird circumstance that suddenly he's gotten power from a fiend or worships a fiend or whatever with a fiend, and
We're
that
not
one
one
of
to
them is
talk.
a demogorgon. Yeah,
he
but
wa- he, he
we
did something
also
with a
weren't
fiend.
we also weren't attacked by Cthulhu, but we were attacked by a
Yet.
demogorgon.
Yet.
Well, I would say, well, I don't necessarily mean you're evil, but from where I come from, the Spider Queen represents that.
Oh, she's just a lovely chaos demon. It's fine.
I was gonna say, isn't she technically chaotic?
Oh, is she ever?
I'd ask him, do you need help with anything?
Points to Prescott. That.
Wasn't Seraph a
Bastard.
person of privilege?
A person of what?
Privilege.
Like, was he a high-ranking something like?
From what you remember, Seraph was a drow warrior. As a male in drow society, he wouldn't be high ranking. And he wasn't pretty enough to be something like the guy that helped you escape.
He wasn't
Oh yeah, that
pretty
guy.
enough.
I wonder how's he doing. Yes. Do you know nothing of the drow?
I'd ask him, since you've been imprisoned by your own kind, how do you feel about them now? I mean, you can't change the fact that you're drow, but they haven't treated you very well.
I'm sure they had their reasons, whether I agreed with them or not.
I just finally say, well, what you've been doing is kind of unexpected, but I'm not worried about you at this point. And then I leave him alone, since I can tell he wants to be away.
Before you leave, the last thing that he says is basically, all I want now is to get to the grove.
He pauses. So what do you think is there for you? I've never heard of it before.
He kind of looks up at the ceiling, staring up at the stone above you guys. And he says, "You know, I really don't know, but probably something nice."
He's under some
Okay.
influence.
Well, obviously, but we'll find out when we get there.
That's right. Let's move on.
Love of God, we'll find out when we get there.
Well, if it's helpful at all to you, stick by me.
Stand by me.
He just kind of nods in your direction and settles down to sleep for the night.
I go back to the party and just say, he's hell bent on getting to the Grove. Thinks there's going to be nice things there. But I'm going to transfer now.
The fuck are you chewing on?
It's delicious.
I'm eating M&Ms.
You're not the cat next to me.
It's delicious.
Get your face out of my bowls.
Excuse me?
Aslan is licking out my salad bowl.
That sounds about right, to be honest.
I heard balls.
I'm sure you do. Often.
Get your head out of my balls. Stop licking my salad bowls.
Dirty balls.
So sometime in the next day or so, probably about 4, maybe 5 hours into your next day's travel, you start noticing that the stream kind of gets smaller while the cavern around you gets bigger. So it kind of opens up and instead of a nice wide shallow stream, it kind of narrows into about 5 feet across while still staying about the same depth. At some point, you notice that there's some sort of really weird, like, it almost looks like a forest in front of you. You see pale cream and beige stalks that grow thick and tall, resembling a surface world forest. Fungi grow in profusion everywhere, and it's hard to find anything resembling a path between them. The giant caps of zirkwood mushrooms obscure your view from the cavern's ceiling, but luminescent fungi there give off a shimmering aura. With each step taken on the soggy ground, a rank scent of decay raises around you.
Welcome to Shroom Central.
When I hit that smell of decay, Prescott just immediately stops and his chunk is kind of going wild. Is there anything that I can?
What an interesting smell you've discovered.
Is there anything that I can gain by stopping and smelling?
Damn, this smells like
All
my
I can
ass.
say is thank God we're finally here.
After how many sessions?
The druid in Ashok would be excited to see this.
Everyone's excited today.
Dalwar's not excited.
Tashe will walk slowly forward with her mouth agape.
Prescott, make a perception check for me, with advantage because you're smelling.
Someone tooted.
All I saw was that
Roll-
first roll. It's like, wait,
roll for fart.
No. That's Gash. That's Gash's cloud or cloud kill, depending.
Stinking cloud.
Random gas spores. They look like beholders, but they explode.
So you were trying to kind of smell out anything strange or unexpected? Nothing nothing sounds right. What? That's not even what I was trying to get across. You take a deep breath and nothing smells necessarily wrong. There is a scent of decay, but not like everything's dead and decaying. More like you're walking through mushrooms.
An earthy smell.
Nothing unexpected for what is literally a mushroom grove.
Nothing potentially dangerous.
Is Stool behaving any different?
Stool doesn't seem to be behaving any different. He
I
seems
poke him on
to
his
be
belly.
maybe a bit happier, but that's about it.
Well, yeah, I poke his belly for the spores.
You poke what you think is his belly, and he spores all over you. Yes, I had to say it exactly like that.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We really do.
I'll say to Sarah, look, you feel better?
Sheriff says something to the
home,
effect
orgasmic.
of yes and no. There's something deeper in calling to me.
Must have
Let's go deeper.
been cocking.
Go deeper, go home.
Only quitters pull out.
Oh man.
Would I perceive that he's like got any different? He's saying that, but like, has anything about him changed?
His cock grew 3 sizes that day.
Make an insight check for me.
Insight cockpit.
Well, I've seen that too.
Nice, finally. That took fucking forever.
You don't necessarily sense anything unusual. He still seems excited, and he seems almost relieved to see the mushroom grove open before you guys.
So have we actually entered yet? I would like to know. I'll turn. Tashay will turn to Prescott and say, "Stool." I'm curious to know his reaction.
If she's near me, then Stool got her too.
You would have been in range of the spores. So you get the same feeling from Stool that Prescott did.
Which is happy, happy, joy, joy.
Looks like China's getting a nasty insertion. What?
Which was kind of a mixture of relief and maybe some tiny hint of maybe something like concern, but not like it knows where that what's concerning, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As we continue, I also eye the insane person, because now, to his point of view, we've reached the goal, and it's not his tomb.
As you've noticed, Fargus just seems to go along with whatever you guys are doing. On occasion, he makes mention of the tomb, but he doesn't seem to, like, especially push to go towards it when he knows the rest of you aren't going to listen right now.
He no longer gives fucks.
And or because the farther away we're getting from it, the less interest he's
Influence.
feeling. Yeah.
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Could, but do we want to? Sure, why not? Actually, there's no need. That should do it.
Good job.
I mean, for the hell
Don't
of it,
look
why
at
not?
me like that just 'cause you're standing over there trying to pour me a drink.
Are we hitting on him?
Oh, well then. So that's what we were doing all along.
Sorry, we're all rolling insight.
Apparently. I mean, whatever
I'm-
floats your boat.
Basically, whoever wants to. I'm not gonna make you.
I will. No.
Well. And this was on Fargus. Taché, Prescott, and Tungdil. As far as you guys notice, nothing's really changed since you guys made the oath to him that, you know, you'd come here first and then see where you're at and probably go to the tomb next. Thulwar and Ashok. You obviously see the same thing in him, but you also see, he's definitely distracted by his intended goal, but he's trying to keep his focus on what you guys are doing right now. It's kind of like a quiet obsession that you guys have already weighed in on, so he's trying to not distract you guys.
I'd say to him, I see you're still thinking about that, but look at this expanse here. What things we might find in here. Perhaps there's treasure further in.
And he looks at you and says, perhaps there could be more danger.
I have a feeling that's everywhere down here.
And you would notice that he seems kind of excited by the possibility of danger.
Adrenaline junkie.
Please put that thing away.
Taché is going to suggest that we stay the night here.
At this point, you would get close enough that you see kind of like a mound in the cavern that you're getting or that you're entering. Well, first you see a great big like expanse of water. So you guys have been following along the side of this sudden lake. And as you guys get around the edge of this lake, you see a mound before you, kind of like a small hill in the grove of mushrooms. And you see a what's kind of like a large walking mushroom.
Do we have a picture of this?
I point at it. What on earth is that?
Stool.
No, it's not stool.
No, I will look to stool. Stool, is that your people?
Okay.
Tache will go. Just approach them
Prescott
slowly.
holds up Stool as if like, hey, look, we've got your friend, maybe, but kind of keeps him hidden and backs her up.
I brought snack.
Brought snack.
You had to say that as I was drinking.
Actually.
Yeah, I'll go up with this.
Do we remember how many months was Tache on her pilgrimage before she even wound up in the Underdark? Like 3 or 4 months? I think.
I believe it was 3 or 4 months.
Okay, so she's like been doing this for a super long time and she feels like she's hitting the end of it. And so, yeah, she's very anxious to get some answers here.
She's getting anxious.
One thing that would strike you about this grove is that it's very, very quiet. For the most part, this cavern, there's no like you can hear the dripping of water and the flow of water, but you can't hear a whole lot beyond that.
And as we look around and Stool somehow sees these things, I'm keeping in tune with him telepathically and asking him every few seconds if he's okay or what he's feeling.
And the giant mushroom that you can see kind of walks towards your group. They hold out their hands, trying to be as non-threatening as possible, but you can't help but notice the like almost claws on those hands. And let's see.
Thor will effectively do the same, basically the same gesture, like basically hold up his hands, like yep.
And
Tache
they're going
will
to attempt to approach within about 20 feet of whoever will let them close.
I would, for sure.
Yeah, I'd follow Thor's lead and kind of hold my hands up.
I ask Stool if these are his people.
Stool kind of shifts in your grip. And it technically, doesn't quite try and jump down and run over, but you get the feeling that it wants to. And it says that yes, this is definitely my people.
There's nothing weird going on. Everything is as it was when you left.
Prescott, put him down.
Well, no, hold on.
And it does the equivalent of a mental shrug.
It's
How would I
mushrooms.
know? I haven't been home. I haven't melded with
Yeah, dumbass.
the circles.
Prescott's like, I'm used to holding my stool. I'm gonna feel so flushed without him.
If you hold your stool, you don't get flushed.
Nope. Damn it, Brad's pooped. That or the pair is already drunk now.
I mean, we were kind of at that point a while ago.
Not really.
Ashok will ask the other party members, what do you think they speak?
Taché is just approaching them as close as they'll let her get. She's gonna
Prescott.
assume that if they want to communicate to her, they're gonna have to spore.
They can spore as many times as they want to.
She's ready for the sporing.
Prescott looks at Stool and
We're cocky.
he looks at Stool and says, "Are you sure you want to go?"
Put him down.
Stool says, I'm sure that one's no danger.
Great. We're looking at 3 of them.
Right? That one.
It's not like Stool can point. He doesn't have arms.
He just basically just goes, eh.
The tall one, short one, or the one in the middle?
All of them.
Remember, you can count to 1.
Prescott walks up to the spore pod people.
The Myconids.
He holds out Stool on his trunk to the one that looks like he's being dominant, the tall one.
Well, bend over and find out he was the dominant one.
So who gets close enough? I know Taché, Stool, and Prescott are.
Oh yeah, I'm right up there.
Thor approaches, but he's gonna keep basically a respectable distance. That's not like, okay, there's that personal space kind of distance. He's not gonna go right up to go, hi, I'm gonna help you. No, he's not.
Uh-huh.
That's Brad's job.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically who comes up within 20 feet.
Me.
Me.
I'm gonna be the only one, not getting. I'm not into that.
Ashok has no clue about social etiquette. He just bounds up.
That group sporing.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
It's literally mushroom bukkake, man.
Exactly, I'm good.
Yep, sport cocky.
Come. That's so accurate.
For whatever reason, the Enya songs "Come Sail Away with Me" is playing in my head.
You get a spatial.
Come spore away, spore away, spore away. Spatial awareness. Yeah, Fall War will be within 20 feet.
And I'm just like, how's it going?
How you doing, tall, dark, and Italian?
Hey, I'm Italian.
Um, so kind of similar to how stool lets out its spores, this mushroom person spores everybody. Besides Tungdil, who asked not to be.
Who's keeping a cautious distance.
You notice that stool spores are only within 10 feet. This mushroom spray is a little bit stronger and goes out 20 feet.
He's been saving it up for a while.
Oh my lord, everyone's dying.
It's just
Oh
dripping
God.
off of us.
That was one pent up mushroom. It went everywhere. It's in my mouth and everything.
You feel better now?
It's like,
Is it like sand? It's coarse and gets everywhere.
Especially in places you don't want sand to go into.
And with the spray, you kind of get a like visual map of the area.
See, you go here, you go there, but you do not go here. That's where I go. See?
All right, visual map of the area. I'm serious.
Basically, effectively, what we have in front of us on the screen. I'm guessing.
Kind of where that arrow is. I don't know how easy it is to see, but that's
What arrow?
roughly where you're at.
Oh.
by the water.
That little cluster, what the fuck down there? Okay.
Yeah, it's a rather large map.
No, for some reason it wasn't scrolling properly for me.
Let's do that instead. That's usually easier to see.
You see that?
I'm
You
not
see that circle?
saying that's the area of effect of his spores.
It's poor cocky.
I say, what a magnificent place.
What a
It's
magnificent,
canon. Spore cocky.
what a magnificent show of potency.
And it takes a few moments for you guys to all get used to this new spore.
Flavor.
But you get a feeling that this one's name is Lubamub.
What the fuck?
Why would you do that?
Oh, shit.
Did you pick that name, or is that name in the book? She's shaking her head. Yes, that was the name in the book.
Lube 'em up? What?
Hi guys, I'm Lube 'em up.
Who wrote this?
My sides. Oh.
Is this a Chris Perkins book?
I think she's having enjoying this little bit of revenge against us for all the jokes we've been making.
Loop him up. He already did.
She was saying that's the name in the book. She didn't make that up.
I know.
Yeah, that fucked up.
That's hilarious.
Oh, lube him up.
Yeah. Loop him up.
That's how you say it when you're drunk. Lube him up.
Well, it's
And it says that it's the circle leader of the hunters.
Okay, circle leader of the hunters.
circle jerk time. Okay, everybody, drop your drawers. Prepare use your sport technique as well. We must we must communicate in the same language they do. This could take this could take a while.
Yeah,
And
especially for
it says
today.
that
So that was the circle leader of the hunter?
it's the circle leader of the hunters.
What do they hunt?
Cock.
Nice to meet you.
Cemetery.
And it specifies that they don't hunt and kill things. They look for things that have died.
Well, to be fair, that sounds about accurate for shrooms.
So they do carrying.
Yeah, carry in and carry out.
It's like my luggage, carry on crawler.
And it says that it could use help. There's things that it needs dead, or it could take you
It's a
on
cat.
further in and introduce you to the sovereigns.
I'm up for helping.
I'd say let's first introduce your introductions, then we can help. Barf. Holy shit! Where'd they come from?
You stop already. My God, man.
Well, depending on how ripe whatever we're killing is going to be, it could be accurate.
You're ripe enough as is.
From hearing that sentence, Prescott immediately pulls stool back and goes, "Where are the sovereigns then?"
Stool has legs.
They're further in, of course.
It is not, of course. We are not from this area.
Don't piss him off.
They're further back, more protected. They can keep a better eye over there.
I say we help these guys out.
Well, my name is Prescott. I'm the leader of this band and the keeper of your friend's stool there.
Excuse me?
I'm sure Sovereign Basidia would love to see you. Sovereign Philo might be a little over-enthusiastic.
Oh god, they're going to bukkake all over everything.
Would it be considered a offering if we helped you out and then went to?
I'm sure we would all be grateful.
So, are the hunters and the sovereigns like different families?
The sovereigns lead us. Lead all the circles.
So, are the separate circles are like families? Like kin.
We have our duties, and they keep us all enlightened.
I'm on the range.
What other circles are there?
Excuse me.
Well, there's us, the hunters. There's the circle of builders. There's the circle of growers.
Growers, not showers.
There's our inner circle. There's the circle of spores. There's the circle of explorers. And I believe there's the circle of masters.
They're master debaters.
The masters are the protectors of the Garden of Welcome.
Okay.
What is that?
We have a garden towards the back of our caves. I've never been there. I don't really want to go there.
Why?
Are you not welcome to it?
That is the land of the Circle of Masters, not the Circle of Hunters.
I
So you
see.
guys-
So each keeps their own area.
As of late, yes.
Uh-oh.
Why, as of late?
It is as the Sovereign Philo suggested.
And
Who is
that's your
that?
leader?
That is one of our leaders.
How many leaders do you have?
There is Sovereign Basidia and Sovereign Philo.
Do they get along?
They have in the past. They seem to have preferences for differing ideals now. I trust Sovereign Basidia more.
Okay, and what is it that you needed us to do for you?
Kill them. Kill them all.
There's a couple of creatures we would like to have not near.
What kind of creatures?
There's a bit of a pause as it seems to kind of think about it. And it says, I believe you would call it a Grick Alpha and a Shambling Mound.
Can Prescott... Does Prescott know what this is?
Yeah. Well, would we like do a history thing?
Ew. If my brain image matches what they're talking about. Ew.
One moment.
Who likes tentacles?
Prescott does.
Well then, okay, you're first.
Well, his patron is the Great Old One, Cthulhu.
Tentacle babe.
So it would be nature check and an arcana check.
Nature Arcana?
Yes,
Both or just one?
both. Nature for the shambling mound and arcana for the
Okay.
Greg.
It would be my luck that the ability that I actually have proficiency in and great stuff like no.
Of course. Tishay or Tungdil wanted on that?
Oh my. Ow.
I'm just so
He's still cleaning up.
thrilled that I'm actually here. Yeah, I'm still cleaning up.
You're a little distracted by the mushroom talking to you.
And being covered in spores.
Spirits.
So Prescott and Tishay, you have no clue what's meant by a shambling mound. It sounds like a mound that's shambling.
Great.
Ashok, you would be familiar enough to know that it's plant in nature. Some sort of animated plant, perhaps? And Thulwar, you would definitely be familiar with shambling mounds.
Yay.
And you know that they are quite literally an animated plant being. They generally eat anything that comes nearby. It's usually about the size of a human plus like half of a human, so definitely taller than, at least generally speaking, taller than any of you.
In Soviet Underdark, Salad you.
So they've seen humans before.
In Mother Russia.
Mother Russia has fallen.
And can't get up.
Let's see, Arcana was the other one. So, you've all heard of what gricks are. They're a weird, like, worm-like thing.
Scree.
Skitty! Nom 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 nom.
Generally, they
Eat.
kind of, like, they blend in with the rocks around them. They're generally cavern dwellers. They don't necessarily hunt. They're ambushers more than hunters. But that's about all that Thulwar and Ashok would know about them.
Stop sniffing. Do it. Sorry, Aslan's being weird.
I mean, yeah.
Weirder than usual.
Prescott. The fact that they specified that this is a Grick Alpha kind of triggers something in your memory, and you know that it basically looks exactly like any other Grick, but is far more dangerous. It's harder. Its hide is tougher. It takes longer to kill. It does more damage.
Do they share the images of those with us? Or can we see them?
You should have had an image shared with you.
Oh, sorry.
Stop
They don't necessarily look any different than the normal Grick, but they're a lot more difficult to take down.
Octoworm.
In other words, we may actually die from that one. Jay wants TPKS.
Thulwar, with your nature check, you would have known that shambling mounds are more... They're definitely tough, but you have a feeling that at the point that your group is at, they'd be more annoying than anything.
Will I be aware of any potential weaknesses?
With a 24...
Excuse me.
Well, one of the... I guess they're both kind of obvious with the fact that it's a plant.
Yeah.
Not... Actually, no, it's the opposite. Strangely, I thought it said vulnerability, but no. Strangely, there's resistance to both cold and fire.
So we'll have to use other tactics. Okay. By the way,
Considering it's a plant, it's very strange to realize that.
It's the Underdark. Nothing is as it seems. And like I said, I just noticed Shay Noach rolls like 1, 2, 3.
Notice what?
The nature roll. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there you go.
And similarly, Prescott, you would know that Gricks in general, both regular Gricks and the Alpha, they're resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. So if you don't have magical weapons,
you're fucked.
that wouldn't apply to spells, obviously, but if you ran in and attacked without a magical weapon of some sort.
Does anybody have the ability to imbue a weapon with magical property?
Technically, Thulwar does, and he already has his crossbow. His crossbow.
Other than you.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, for people other than you.
I don't.
You were saying roasted,
Are we?
roasted.
Hello? You just went blurped for a second.
Yep. Nope. Still nothing.
Ah!
Welcome back.
I back?
Possibly.
I hope so.
Keep talking.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
You were saying.
Discord. No, I was saying, they're explaining this to us, but are they asking us to do something specific? Did I miss something?
Yes, they want us to kill these things.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it.
We're not going to be able to. He's
At least not tonight.
Why?
well, definitely. Hey,
Maybe not
Cons-
tonight.
Well,
Uh,
Just
they're
they're not. I can attack them with spells, right?
well,
resistant to fire and
the mound
ice,
but
and
the mound we should
yeah.
be able to take care of because, well, we're just going to be chopping up a salad bar. The Grick, on the other hand, that could take some tactics. Unless you really want to feel those tentacles deep inside you, in places you'd rather not feel, and basically in places you'd rather not feel them feeling inside you.
Yeah,
The Gricks
right.
have resistance to fire and ice, and
That
we need magical weapons of some sort to damage them for any melee.
Or magic.
Or well,
the
magical weapons. I don't have magic.
Boy,
the halfling, the weapon that he had been looking for, that was a
You're breaking up a lot again.
The halfling had made mention of treasure, but not necessarily specifically a weapon.
specifics. Yeah, he just basically said lots of treasure.
Just think of the treasure.
Basically.
So I don't see us having issues with the shambling mound. The Grick, I mean, on the other hand, maybe a bit more, but I mean, we at the
That's
very
a
least we
regular
should have the numbers, but whether we have the firepower.
I believe they also mentioned multiple Gricks, including the Alpha. So,
While you guys are debating this, Lubima speaks up again. And says, as far as we're aware, it's just the one Grick. Of the two, the Shambling Mound is actually the more dangerous for us. It's trying to eat us.
Kill that one first.
Yeah. Let's make the salad bar.
You know where it currently is? And just think of the high quality mulch you can make out of it.
The last place we knew the Grick was is to the north. We believe the Shambling Mound is to the south.
How far north?
I'd say let's take care. If we're going to help them out before speaking to their elders, let us take care of the mound first. It seems more dangerous to them, and less dangerous to us, for starters.
Agreed.
Besides, as I just said, it's trying to eat them.
The Grick is trying to eat them.
No, the mound.
The mound specifically is trying to eat them. The Grick, they want its corpse.
So yeah, the mound is probably higher on the let's kill him meter. For the moment.
Agreed.
Just don't get too close. Just don't get too close to it.
I'm going to offer Lou up my wineskin of booze we got from Slubluda.
Oh, good God, you need drunk mushrooms. Yeah, marinated mushrooms. There we go.
It seems grateful for the offering, but doesn't see the value in what you offer.
Okay, I'll keep it then.
AKA get fucked.
And since you guys seem like you want to go towards the shambling mound first, it says when you come back, I will introduce you to our sovereigns.
Off we go.
I'm sorry. At the moment, I am on 26 and a half hours without sleep.
Ooh.
I've been up since 10 o'clock last
So you guys move towards the south, towards where Lubamub had said the shambling mound would be. You notice that it's kind of a terraced area down here. These terraces are kind of unexpectedly narrow and a little bit not quite as fertile as you might expect a mushroom grove to be. There's still stuff growing here, but it's definitely a quieter place.
It's not covered in shit.
Yeah.
These terraces are quiet and calm. The only sounds here are soft, floopy splashes as water drips from stalactites above onto the caps of oversized mushrooms sprouting from mushy earth.
Loop him up. Loop him up.
And you don't get too far down to the south before you see another mound like you'd seen in the center.
This place is very moist.
They're not following us, right? We set off on our own, and they stayed.
Yeah. No, the other Myconids had left you alone.
Well, I'm taking precautions. Thalwar is already going to have his force turret out and walking beside them.
Your raincoat.
As
Do
we- as
these
we see-
mounds look? Sorry, go ahead.
Pretty much as when it comes inside of basically the mound, yeah, it's zoop. Because it could happen any time.
I was going to ask, do these mounds look natural to the place, or they look out of?
The mounds that you've seen are entirely natural. They're just a collection of mushrooms and earth. From what you've seen, you don't really know much about myconids or their life cycle. You don't really understand them, but they seem to be a gathering point of some sort for the myconids, from sprouts like stool all the way to the oldest that you've seen, like Lubamub.
Ashok points to a mound. That must be where they go.
No kidding.
As you get closer to the mound, you see another one of these myconid adults. It looks a little bit different than the last one, but not by much. It's a little bit shorter, a little bit wider.
They're all walking mushrooms, pretty much.
They're definitely all walking mushrooms.
Yeah.
And it seems to have noticed you and is coming your way.
Loop them up, send us.
Prepare for sporegasm.
This is the mounds?
Well,
No,
I don't.
this is another myconid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another spatial.
Yes.
And it seems more wary than Lubamub was, but it still comes within about 20 feet of your group.
Prepare for the spooge.
Lay it on us.
And nobody seems to be trying to stop it, so it spores you.
Yeah, it's on lines of we're used to this.
Pop Shot Volume 2.
It's like being on a porn studio. You're used to it.
The initial impression that you get is kind of a sense of wariness and almost paranoia.
Zolwar is going to basically, like, we're here to take care of your mound issue.
We're the fluffers they said over.
We're here to trim your bush. And basically,
Prescott just holds out stool.
not with that.
It pauses and watches as its spores do their things for infect you, essentially. And
So dirty.
It says, Good. You don't seem infected by Philo yet.
What?
How do we know if we're infected by Philo?
And why would he want to infect us?
You watch as it pauses and kind of eyes you warily, like it thinks you might be in cahoots with Philo, and says, you haven't met them yet, have you?
No, but we hear Basidia is pretty good.
No, all we did was meet these three. I give them the image. I've got stool here, and we just been told that there's something plaguing your people.
Yes, your bush.
The land of moist mounds.
Yes. We need to remove the bush from the land of moist mounds.
It says...
I'm liking this.
It says, Basidia is the only one that makes sense. Philo keeps speaking of something great coming and some sort of party. Myconids don't party.
We are the great things, and we will throw parties. But that's besides the point.
Prescott? Okay. We will keep that in mind, but we have more pressing matters to attend to as we just... Do you know where this thing is hiding at the moment? Sooner we take care of this, the sooner we can deal with, meeting the elders for ourselves. Borscht.
And it seems to pause and consider your words and what it knows, and maybe if you guys are telling the truth or not. You get a feeling that this is the paranoid scout sort of myconid of this place. It probably has secret stashes here and there along the outskirts of this grove.
Only the most prime poop in those sashes.
and that it's totally 100% prepared to just abandon this place, hit up a stash, and leave.
He's a prepper.
Yep. He's basically
And
looking for Lomo, last mushroom on Earth.
The easiest way out of here, there is a shambling mound.
Yes, and we are to kill it.
Literally when the shit hits the fan.
Take care of it, and our way out is secured.
Yes.
When the excrement impacts the rotary impeller.
What circle do you belong to?
It pauses and stares at Prescott for several long moments before deciding that Prescott just might be a little bit trustworthy. And it says, "We're the Circle of Explorers. We explore the Underdark. Something strange is happening here, and I don't trust it."
Neither do I. And I just showed up.
Says the critter that goes blah at everything.
Don't make me.
You already have.
To you now.
Keep those pants on this time.
Okay.
It stares at you for several long moments.
We're staring at each other right now for several long moments.
As I'm holding stool.
Exactly.
Please forgive our friend. He gets overzealous sometimes.
He is attached to his but he is attached to his friend here. At this point, I think literally. Stool has become the Zygmot's new avatar and is taking over Ashok. He's taking over Prescott.
And its weird little eye areas kind of squint at Prescott for several long moments before it says, "I trust you. But only you."
Prescott screws up his face a little bit, like, what the? And then relaxes it and goes, "Finally something trusts me!"
Settle down. We trust you.
You convince Basidia to flee when you see them.
That'll make anyone flee.
Excuse me.
My name is Rusharu. I can make sure they survive out of here.
In the spirit of trusting, why is your word better than their word? Just purely academic.
Hypothetical speaking.
Myconid
Does
he know? Does he know the word academic?
What was his name again?
Rusharu.
I don't know. I wanted to call him Musharib. Rusharu.
Rasharu.
Why don't Myconid's party? You can get down with the sickness, baby.
We don't care about music. We don't care about partying. We care about life and staying alive.
We're gonna go take a life of a shambling mound.
Thank God our bard is not here to hear this.
Start a fight.
It is what we are. But Philo would have us... Philo does not make sense.
How come?
Philo would have us sit and let things die around us. They would corrupt us.
That actually just threw off a couple of warning bells in Tholwar's head.
Oh, great.
Zygmot?
They want to separate us from our fellows. They want to... They formed the Circle of Masters.
That looks like
In that case, well, I can't say much.
Under their influence, they formed the Garden of Welcome.
And Rub-a-Dub back there didn't want to go there, like he wasn't welcome, like it was scary. The guy we met, I forgot his name. What do you want from me?
Lube him up.
Lube 'em up.
Lube him up, Rub-a-Dub.
That's what you do after you lube him up.
Rub-a-dub-dub made a mess in the tub.
It is a weird place. Only the Circle of Masters goes there.
Well, I won't say that I agree with your anti-party stance, but I will agree that splitting families and splitting circles and making things more difficult, that is not right.
It is a silly place. Sounds like Camelot.
I'd say I'm starting to like this Basil. What is it? Basidia more than this Philo, from what I've been told so far.
And to be fair, looking at Ashok and nudging towards our new friend, we haven't met either of them. So we are purely taking your word for it.
And Sporkaki.
Rasharu takes a good, couple of minutes to look over everybody in your group, trying to, suss out who might be traitor. And eventually, it says, you take out this shambling mound. You convince Basidia to flee with those who would follow. I can get you out.
Why do we want out? And I've been adventuring to bring my little buddy here home.
It's not safe here.
Let's be fair. It's not safe anywhere.
Something is corrupting us. Once all of the circles melded together, we melded all at the same time in the same place. Now, Philo would have us meld separately, in our own circles only. We send a single representative to the inner circle.
Ashok will say
not our way.
Ashok will say to the group, that sounds somewhat evil, splitting everybody up. That makes it each group easier prey.
In a very hushed tone towards Ashok. Yeah, but we only know one side. What if they had rifts and terrible fights and outbreaks and pestilence or lack of food and bringing an order of government? Bringing an order of government is what's helping them. And we don't know if this Myconid here is just pushing back against it. He could be a rebel for all we know.
Ashok nods. Could be. Then he asks Rasharu, this corruption you're describing that makes people, or makes it seem like Philo would just let everything rot away. Is this a complacency that's, do you sense evilness in it? Out of character, I can't think of a better way to ask that.
Philo insists that separating the circles, making only one member of a circle meld, this is more efficient. This will make tending the grove easier. But we thrive with unity, with harmony. This is separation of our kind.
So you typically are like
All of one mind.
a colony, like bees that work together.
When we spore with our kind, we share part of ourselves with others. That is what we are.
Hushed to Prescott, the rest of the group. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying as a possibility, but it sounds like separatism.
It sounds like a lot of things when we don't know anybody but these 4 myconids that we've met so far. The first 3 didn't say anything about this. It's ill-advised to make a decision now. Let's just take out the mounds.
Crazy Dick's bush trimming service at your service.
Ashok turns away, annoyed at him being right.
Rashiru actually seems to be agreeable with your own group's paranoia. He doesn't seem to be insisting that you guys listen to him and him only. He seems to kind of agree with the fact that you don't trust him entirely.
Cool, because my next question was, can I roll for insanity? For his insanity, to check his insanity.
He seems to respect your level of paranoia, and it says, I'm sure we can all agree that the mound eating other people is probably not a good idea. You know I'm here. You know I can get you out. You can't. I'm not going to keep you here. I'm not going to trap you and force you to listen.
Right, let's go thump this thing.
Real fast, before...
It sounds like you just said, let's go hump this thing.
Thump. TH.
Do we sense any level of evil or deception from this myconid?
Make an insight check. Anyone who would like to.
Sure.
I'm going to wait.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm going to spend a luck point and re-roll that.
Okay.
Much better.
Don't forget to mark it off on your sheet.
Yep, doing that now.
Thomas, you're petting my pussy.
I'm sorry, Tashay. I'm sorry, Roasted. Again.
That's all right.
It wasn't a 1.
No, it wasn't the one like last time.
Ezra's a good boy.
So, Tishay and Thulwar, you can both feel, almost feel the paranoia wafting off of this myconid. You aren't certain how trustworthy he is, but you do recognize that he's super paranoid especially against this Philo. Prescott and Ashok, as far as you are aware, Rusheru's being as honest with you as...
Oh, happy baby.
Yes, he's sticking his nose in my
honest
face now.
with you as a telepathic being can be. Especially with the story that it's told of what its spores means to their people.
Well, I think we should go take care of this shambling mound so we can learn more about
Thank
this.
you, Aslan.
This mound sounds interesting.
Sounds like it's purring to me.
Make sure it doesn't spore on.
Can we domesticate mounds?
Yeah, you can just stick something inside of it.
Oh, I'm going to take a bite out of it when we kill it.
I'll stick you in it.
It might be moist.
That could be my
Thank
next
you,
project.
Aslan. That's good claws.
See,
Claws.
this is why you should trim
He's
the
making
claws.
biscuits.
Out of
I mean,
character,
he'll-
I'll just see if there's a wild shape for shambling mound.
Shambling mound is a plant, not a beast.
Oh, so I couldn't do that anyway.
No, you can't wild shape turnip.
Can you wild shape into something it's afraid of?
So I take it we're going to do this next week, though, since it's,
Next session.
Next session.
next session.
It's definitely too late to get into a shambling mound fight.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's 10 minutes to 1. I need my sleep.
Yep. I got work in 6 hours.
As a mild thing with Fulwar's nature check from before, since you rolled so high, another thing you know is that it's completely immune to lightning, to the point that it will heal if you do lightning damage to it.
Thorwar will make sure to let people know about that one. Not
cool.
Fortunately, Thorwar's attacks are either his non-physical stuff is either magic or force, so no lightning on his side.
Cool. I had choices between certain spells, and I debated on the ice and the lightning spell, and I didn't take the lightning spell.
Yeah, just remember, it's resistant to ice though. So,
is it too much meta to tell the group out of character how I actually get wild shapes? I learned wild shapes.
That's
you fucking animal, and get it?
To you.
Yeah. So when I come across creatures and it has to be a beast, so it couldn't be the shambling mound, but after it's killed, if I ceremoniously cook a piece of it and eat it, I can gain that.
What are you trying to do, you little fucker?
Pull your pants down.
My cat's trying to pull my pants down?
Yeah, it smells like fish.
What do you do to your cat's cat? You can't. There's no way out. What did you do? You're stuck in a corner. There's no way out back there. You're gonna have to do one of those
we'll find a way
where he just backs up.
You back that cat up.
He actually turned around.
Cats are fluid. Exactly.
Oh, that sounded like he said.
That's not a happy sound.
I picked
was
him up.
not a happy.
Ah!
Should be nice to the baby kitties.
Well, first of all, he's not a baby, and I am being nice to him. I picked him up for loving, which is what he's been trying to do. He just woke up and came out here and started fucking shit up.
He's ready to play some D&D.
Sounds right to me.
Alright, someone wait tonight.
Well, that went somebody.
Can you hear kitty purring?
Cool. Who was that? It's not me.
Silverlift. He just said good night.
Yep.
All right, me too. Good night, you guys. I'll see you next week.
Yep. Have a good one.
Holy
Jesus!
Oh my God.
He just spored himself.
That came out of nowhere. Holy buttfucker.
Bad. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Now my nose is running. All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. I'm going to go pack. I'm going to go pack my carry-on. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.